I'm here on behalf of Women for Independence. And our job is to make sure that we campaign for Indie, but to put women's voices at the very heart of any campaign. Because make no mistake, we need to bring women's votes the next time for Indie Ref 2020. So we're going to put the women at the very heart. Now, we in Women for Indie want a better, more diverse and more inclusive society and government, and for that we need to see more women enter public life and politics. We need to do better than down the road. Currently, they've got 32% female MPs, and if you've read a newspaper, you'll know they're leaving in their droves. 18 this week, largely due to the toxic nature and the working conditions down there and the way the media treat women in public life. It's not acceptable. And we in Women for Indie want to encourage everyone, people, the voters, the supporters, the movement, the media, and our parliament to do better, because we believe we in Scotland can do better than down there. Having said that, women make up 52% of the population, and only 29% of Scottish councillors are women, and only 35% are MSPs. Come on, we can do better than that. Women, we're not going to be quiet anymore, and we're not going to be silenced. Now, some folk will point at Nicola, Mary Black just did such a great job, and say the battle's won because a few incredible women make it to the top. Believe me, they are incredible, because there isn't any space in politics for mediocre women. Plenty of space for mediocre men, though. Down the road. Present company accepted. We in Women for Indie, we've got a wee slogan that we want to do politics differently. Try and attack the point and not the person, and create spaces where everybody's voice is heard and recognised. Because if you recognise that the right to speak is power, you've also got to recognise that the right to be heard is a privilege. But like all wealth and privilege, it's high time it was redistributed. Like Scotland itself, women face the sharp end of cruel UK politics. The bedroom tax, the rape clause, the universal credit fiasco, drug deaths, attack on carers, and an increasingly impoverished population. It won't surprise MD to tell you that the UN Human Rights Commission say that women are the most affected by austerity policies. And not just women, women of colour, single mums, young women, the LGBTIQ plus community, migrant women, religious minorities, but most importantly, women who live in poverty. Now, I grew up in poverty, in a council house, a single end with an outside toilet, not 20 minutes from this square, 50 years ago. Now, my mum worked really hard to feed me and heat our home. But do you know what else was the same 50 years ago? We were ruled by Westminster politicians. But what's the real disgusting thing is that today, 50 years later, women are still choosing between heating and eating. I see the fight for women's equality in public life and politics to be a wee bit the same as the fight for independence itself. It's the right to fight to be heard, to have your views listened to see your views make a difference, your votes make a difference, and your own principles improve the lives of those that are most in need, and to know that you're taking an active part in shaping the kind of country we all want to live in. You know, in times of austerity, destitution, Brexit with no apparent resolution, frustration, our worries for future generations, we're stuck with a government that ignores our population and is in total awe and capitulation to the Trump administration. It's not good enough. We need to choose better in Scotland. You see, I think politics is just another word for choice. And the way we choose to look out for each other and look after our future and our children is a choice we all make. And I believe every single person sitting here, in fact, I believe most people want a society that is built on value and worth and not just price and profit. We all want our children to grow up clever and confident and educated. We all want to thank our elderly by giving them the dignity to see out their twilight years comfortable. The poor and vulnerable and disenfranchised of our society deserve real change, no standing in a corner begging for spare change. Now, I think it's coming. It's coming, isn't it? We can feel it. IndyRef 2020 is coming, and we're going to get the chance to choose again. Now, we can choose lies, treachery and deceit of the Tory elite once again, or we can choose in ourselves. We can believe in us. Because there is one thing that's just as true for the independence movement as it is for women. No more should decisions about us be made without us. So let's bring power back where it belongs, to the men and, more importantly, the women of Scotland. Thanks for listening.